can high unemployment actually be good for the economy? I'm Kelsey Hubbard, and here with me is the co-founder of the Boston-based international technology think tank, the Delphi Group, and author of the Innovation Zone, Tom Koulopoulos. So you say that after high periods of unemployment, historically, there comes a period of extreme innovation in business. Right. What are the examples of that?
Well, look, it sounds counterintuitive, first of all, right? But so many people are out of work, and what are they going to do? They're going to find ways to make do in their garages and their second bedrooms. So I think if you look back, whatever period you look at, certainly the current one is a great example. You're going to find a lot of people who are finally fed up with corporate America and decide they're going to go out and break out on their own and do it.
But is it difficult because credit is so tight right now? The ability to get money or financing to start a business is so hard. So, I mean, these unemployed people may have great ideas and be great workers, but
right.
Where do they get the money to start the business?
You know, well, we saw this in '72 and '83. We've had periods like this before where we've had similar circumstances, but what's different right now is this is a credit-based crisis. And where do small businesses get money? They get them from the government, small business loans. Tough to do that right now. A lot of money has been allocated but not yet distributed to those small businesses as economic stimulus. They get it from equity loans. Tough to do that as well. It's getting better, but still difficult to do that. And depending on tax law, we might see some changes in how available those funds are and the kinds of deductions you can get for those funds. And they often get it on their credit cards, which is virtually impossible. Credit lines are shrinking, interest rates are going up. So I think we've put small business in a very difficult and precarious situation. That's really where the innovation comes from. And
what about corporations and innovation during periods of recession? Are they known for sort of after they've had to cut costs, scale back, hand out those pink slips, then how do they recover? What's the innovation?
Luckily this time around, R&D spending seems to be holding steady at least, and that's a good sign. But I'll tell you, large companies are not where the innovation typically is going to start. It may end up there, and we're really good in America at scaling ideas, but they don't start in large companies. So I'll give you an example, the Puma, which is the new personal transportation device for urbanites that was introduced by Segway. Right. Well, GM is now taking partial credit for that, which is great. We always beat up GM for not being innovative. But the reality is that GM is trying to reinvent automobiles. Segway is trying to reinvent the whole notion of transportation. You're not going to truly innovate if you're trying to innovate what you've done all along, which is what GM is still doing. So small businesses have more latitude to get out of the box, to break through the barriers. And you see that with Segway and GM. Great example of innovation, true innovation, versus just kind of incrementally moving along.
So amongst all the unemployment, we're seeing a little bit of a silver lining in that hopefully maybe we'll get some innovation, although it's not great for those folks who are out of their jobs.
It's not great, but it's tough medicine. But I think it will certainly give us some fuel to help the economy become more innovative, and we need that. We desperately need that.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Tom Koulopoulos, thank you so much for joining me.
Kelsey, my pleasure. Thank you.